So our family finally took our first cruise aboard the Disney Magic, the original cruise liner. Going to be sharing some pictures and moments from our cruise. It's going to be fun as well as informational. With that said, we're starting with the Key to the World card, which is not only your ID, but your charge card while on board and the key to your stateroom. At the very top, you've got the sail date, the name of the ship, your name, and your Castaway Club member number, as well as dinner time, table, and your dinner rotation. Of course, as soon as you get on board, you're going to be taking pictures with Mickey and his friends. They are everywhere. I've been to the park a gazillion times, and I don't think I've seen as many characters as we did during these 5 days on board the Disney Magic. So, it's pretty incredible, and if you've got kids, you can't beat it. Our stateroom was deck 7, midship, and for folks that worry about the swaying of the ocean and feeling too choppy while on board, midship is the way to go. Passengers decorate their doors with these little Mickey magnets. It's kind of a Disney Cruise Line thing. Super cute. You've got to do it once you get on board your ship. And we had an inside stateroom for our very first cruise. So here's a quick tour of our stateroom. It's not the biggest, but it actually was very comfortable, just for a couple of people. If there are 4 of you, it might get a little tight. So that's where I'd recommend, one of the bigger staterooms. But the bathroom, it's fine compared to some of the other cruise lines. It's actually not as small as it appears in this video. It's quite comfortable. Now after lunch, the first thing we did was go up on the deck for Mickey's big Sail a Wave party. Look how packed that was. Check it out.
Here we go!
Now, if you noticed on my Key to the World card at the top, the rotation RRLAR, that's Rapunzel, Rapunzel, Lumiere's, Animator's Palette, and Rapunzel. So Rapunzel was actually the dining room that we visited the most, though the meals varied. Every night we had something a little different, and the second day, Marvel Day at Sea, was a special menu. The first night we had the dinner show, and it was phenomenal. All the classic Rapunzel songs are there, from I've Got a Dream, to the big finale, I See the Light. It's just beautiful. And the characters do walk up to the table for photo ops, that kind of stuff, and interact with the guests. So here you go. There's my niece with Rapunzel herself. The kids have just such a ball. And Flynn also made his way over. There he is, doing the smolder. Here's a quick shot of the menu. So each restaurant had, their own themed menu. The pretzel bread was to die for. I think that was my favorite thing. The tuna tartare was actually really, really good. I wish I would have ordered maybe a second or third. And then my dinner was the ricotta-filled crepe. My sister didn't like it too much, but I loved it, thought it was awesome. The dessert, incredible as well. And I got a second dessert since I was celebrating a birthday on board, along with my nephew who just turned 1, and my buddy Aaron. There he is. Little guy, 1 year old and enjoying a cruise. Sticking with Rapunzel, there's the family with Rapunzel herself. The theming was just fantastic, and this is definitely one of my favorite restaurants, probably right there with Animator's Palette, which you're going to see a little later in a separate video. Now you might be thinking, what a fun-filled packed day. Well, we still had the Broadway-style show later that evening. It was called Twice Charmed, an original twist on the Cinderella Story. And they take you back in time to see what would have happened if the fateful glass slipper gets destroyed. It was just pure Disney magic. I loved it. When you board the ship, make sure you pick up a copy of the Navigator. It's got the highlights for the entire cruise. Each evening, you'll receive the schedule for the following day. And maybe I'm old school, but I prefer to physically hold it. Though everything's available in that amazing app, it's just easier to see everything at a glance. So that does it for day 1. And there's our first towel animal. We had one of these waiting for us each night before we turned in.